30th of September will go down in history as perhaps one of the biggest blunders ever in Madden Ultimate Team was introduced into the game. A set was placed into the game which allowed users to turn in their 85 to 86 overall elite players, including non-auctionable and non-tradable players, into an 87 plus overall elite that is auctionable or tradable. But what actually happened was that instead of requiring 85 or 86 overall elite players, the set actually allowed users to input any player in the game. That meant bronzes, silvers, golds, or elites. It didn't matter. They were all the same. Within minutes, the community jumped all over this set. Finally, we were getting elites that we could actually use, auction, or trade from this game. The set came down shortly thereafter, though, but the damage had been done.
The big stuff. Who do you think you are?
In an effort to stop the bleeding, EA decided to temporarily shut down the auction block and trade blocks. This meant that any cards that were up on the auction block and set to expire within the downtime for the auction house were given to whoever had the highest bid at that time. Most of us assumed that this was a temporary solution and that the auction house would be back in the morning. Well, it was, for some people.
The big stuff. Who do you think you are?
What came next was an embarrassing example of EA's incompetence. Most people who participated in the Elite Player set woke up to find their accounts banned from participating in the auction house for at least a period of 3 days. Some people were even banned indefinitely.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
Not only that, but all of the elite cards that were received from the set were taken away. Even the ones that were completed by actually placing 85 or 86 overall players into the set. But worst of all, many users saw their entire coin bank brought down to 0 coins. Some people had hundreds or thousands or even millions of coins all lost into thin air.
Delete! 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 Delete!
In an astonishing example of why Electronic Arts once won the Worst Company in America award in back-to-back years, EA opted to blame the players who participated in this set, whether legitimately through the 85 and 86 overalls or by inputting the lower overall players, rather than taking responsibility themselves.
Or do you want to marginalize me till I'm out of my moment?
Or why don't you empower yourself and don't need them and do it yourself?
How, Sway?
Take a few steps back to go.
You ain't got the answers, man.
By removing the players and most importantly by deleting tens of millions of coins from users' accounts, EA effectively drove up the market on all the cards in the game on the auction house. Not only that, but the only way for those users who were banned from the auction house and the trade block to get coins quickly enough to open up packs for new legends in the game on Saturday morning was to, you guessed it, buy packs.
It's sexual, baby. Right. And I want to give it all to you. Yeah, right on.
Now because you wear all those fancy clothes, oh yeah, and have a big fine car, oh yes you do now.
As you can imagine, the outrage from the community was quick and it was brutal. What EA had done was effectively screw over everyone in the entire community at once while lining their own pockets with more money. Those who participated in the sets got their cards and their coins and their auction house privileges taken away. Those who didn't participate in the set saw the auction house filled with higher priced cards due to a sudden removal of millions and millions of coins from existence, thus driving up the prices of every single card in the game. Many, many people started to swear off playing this game entirely.
It's the big stuff. You're never gonna make me cry.
After being berated for a few hours, the EA Sports Madden Ultimate Team Twitter account finally put out an update. All bans were lifted. All stolen coins from accounts were returned. But the cards that users got from the set were still gone. So we'd assume that if the cards that we got were taken away, we would actually be getting back our bronzes, silvers, golds, and elites that we put into the sets as well, right? Wrong. Those were all gone too. Now, to their credit, EA did give everyone 10,000 coins as an apology for the auction house being down. Whether you participated in the set or you didn't, you got the 10,000 coins. But what about the people who lost way more than that by placing low overall gold cards that go for 1,000 or more coins into the set? Or how about the people that did the set multiple times? 5 times even 500 coins is 2,500. That means you would have only had to do the set 4 times to reach that 10,000 coin plateau that they gave back to you. So what about the people that did this set 30 times? You lost a ton of coins. Terrible, terrible stuff. And what about the people who lost even more than that because their auctions expired and their high overall cards sold for way less coins than they should have? Well, to those people, EA has one finger for you.
Mr. Big Stuff, tell me, just who do you think you are, Mr. Big Stuff? You're never gonna get my love.
Despite the gigantic clusterfuck and the countless problems that have preceded it, the reality is that most of us are going to continue to play Madden 17 and Madden 17 Ultimate Team. EA has done just enough to cause us to at least somewhat forgive them for screwing us. But while we might forgive, it's important that we do not ever forget. Only we, the players, have the power to keep this company in check when it comes to their terrible mistakes. And maybe one day, a day will come when EA does something so horrible, so egregious, and so undeniable that enough of us decide to walk away. Then, and only then, will we see some true changes in the way that things are handled. Until then, EA is just going to keep on fucking us and bleeding our wallets dry. So lube up, kids. It's going to be a wild year.
We fucked you. And we're still going to be fucking you. We're going to be fucking you in broad daylight. And you know what? You know what? There's absolutely nothing you can do about it.